Hello guys, welcome to the JavaScript tutorial, and today we'll discuss about polyfill and polyfill of call, bind, apply. What does it mean of polyfill? So polyfill is a piece of code that provides the functionality which doesn't supported by old browser. So I'll give one example. If I have written one method math.random, and if that random method is not defined in the browser, and if I'll try to access that method, then it will give an error. To prevent that error, we can write a script which will help to add some functionality to the browser. So polyfill means जब कोई function का method is not present in the browser में है नहीं, then we can create a polyfill of that method. Okay, how can we do that? We'll see some examples. So for that, I'll discuss about how it works for the call, bind, apply. Okay, now I'll just give an overview of call, bind, apply. Call means it's invoking a function with this context. In call, we'll pass the arguments one by one. And in apply, we pass the argument as an array. That's the difference between call and apply. If I want to borrow some method from one object to another object, we can use call or apply. Bind means it will return a new function which we can execute later. If you want to know this method in details, please go to the call, bind, apply session. You will get the details. So first, I'll just write a uh, just normal definition of call. Then we can see how can I'll write the polyfill of call method. Okay. Just I'm writing an object here. The name I'm giving Radhika. Then I'm giving the company name is Google. Then I'm giving a method print details. Then function. I'm just console here. My name is Radhika. Then working in this dot company. Okay, and I'll write another object one. Here I just define name na, and I just write company name is Twitter. Okay, so now if I want to borrow the print details method from object to object one, then how can we do that? We can use a call method, right? So object dot print details dot call. Okay, then simply I'll pass this object one. So we know the call invoke a function with this context. So in here, this is referred to the object one. When you're passing this call with this means it will come to this print details method, and this means this will refer to this object one. That means this dot name is Krishna, this dot company means Twitter. We can see the output right now. Node polyfill. See, my name is Krishna. Okay, nan is coming. This dot company. Okay, I have to give this. Yeah, okay. So now we can see the output. So now we can see the output. My name is Krishna, working in Twitter. It's fine, right? Because I'm using this object print details method, but I'm passing this object one as a this context. Okay. Now, if this call is not present in the old browser or like the new browser, then we have to create a polyfill of call. it will be the same definition of the call but with different name, and we can use it throughout the application. So we know this, the call or bind apply, this is the method of a function, right? So for that I'll just write a function, and we know that function, object or string or array, they have their own property, and it is called prototype. I have already discussed about the prototype in my last session, please check it out. So now I just give the prototype here, then I'll give my like create call. Okay, so this is I just given a name, create call. You can give any other name also. So already we know like the call is a method, that's why I just, or function, that's why I just created a create call is a function. Okay, now I'll just call the same thing here also, and we'll check what happens. I'll just keep console here, console, then this object. Instead of call, I'll just call create call. Okay, let's see what happened. She is giving me the object. Whatever I'm passing the object, this is the object, right? So I'm just passing like oh object. Okay, I'll just take object equals to object. Sorry. Oh yeah. Now if I'll console this, let's see what does it mean. We can see it means print details. Now I can do one thing, object, and I'm creating a function inside, and here I'm just storing the function definition. Okay, now what I need to do, object, then the function call, that's all. Because already I have the object, I'm storing this in the function, and that function I'm calling, simply I'm calling this function object dot print details. That's all. What happened, this dot name, I'm passing this object, right? This dot name means already the name and companies are present in here. Let's see what happened here. See, my name is Krishna, working in Twitter, so it's absolutely fine. Now if I'll pass some arguments one by one, right? One is Kolkata, and I'm giving pin code 722-101. So how can I store these arguments here? I'll just use spread operator, because whenever we see okay the lots of argument we are passing, then simply we'll just store into spread operator because we store as an array. Okay, now the simply I'll pass this spread also to the function, because if I'll see here place and pin code, then the spread means it will just spread the elements into place or pin code or dot dot anything else. Okay, I'll use here stay in place, then pin code. Okay, that's all. So yeah, my name is Krishna, working in Twitter, stay in Kolkata 72101. It's fine, right? Next, we'll discuss about the polyfill of apply method. First, I will just create one example of apply. Then I'll write the polyfill of apply. Use the apply. Here, this is the call function. Fine. Now apply. Apply means simply it will be like object, then apply. Apply. We can pass this. If you pass this, then what happen? Krishna working Twitter. This is coming undefined because I'm not passing anything. I have to pass as an array, right? D, then I'm giving here Mumbai, then the pin code. Okay, this D I'm passing. Let's see what happened. So you can see my name is Krishna, working Twitter, stay in Mumbai. This is the pin code. Okay, it's fine. Now I'll write the polyfill of apply. It's the same thing, just I need to use for the apply. Apply means what? We are passing array as arguments. So there is no need of spread here because I'm storing that array inside in data, and this data I want to spread the elements because it will be stored into place, pin code, or any other parameters, right? So that is create apply. Now I want to call this apply method. I'm just commenting out. Instead of apply, I'll use create apply. Yeah, object 1 I'm passing, then D, absolutely correct. Let's see what it gives. See, it's giving Mumbai, this 5 6, Krishna's working, absolutely correct. Now next, we'll just discuss about the polyfill of bind. First, we'll discuss how bind works, then we'll write the example of polyfill of bind. Okay, first we'll write the, I'm just splitting this stuffs. This is the object, this is, now I'll do one thing. I just, so bind means it will return a new function, right? And that function we can call later, that's all. So in here we can do one thing, simply this, then bind, then simply we can pass this object 1. If I call f1, let's see what happened. Okay, somewhere I'm printing, I have to comment it out. My name is Krishna is giving undefined because I'm not passing here anything. So I have to pass here Kharagpur, and I'm passing here 722121. Okay, let's see. Okay, my name is Krishna, working together, it's Kharagpur and 722121. Now I'll create a polyfill of bind. How can I create? I'll create just here, create bind, then the function. So what bind does? Bind returns a new function. We also return a new function from my bind. Okay. And whatever we have used this concept, the same thing we'll write it here also. Function, we'll call it here. Let's see. Instead of that, we'll use f1. Okay. First, I'll see what is happening here. Yeah, Krishna is working Twitter, 10 is fine. Absolutely. Now I'll give something here. Let's see. Mm, California. Okay. So it's giving me. Okay, in here I'm using bind. Instead of bind, I would use the create bind. Correct. It okay, O is not defined means here I have to give O. Then Krishna is working towards it. It is giving me undefined because I didn't write anything for these parameters in the function where I'm returning, right? So inside that I have to use the spread operator, because whenever we pass the argument like one by one, then we have to use the spread to take it as an array. And in here we'll pass as a spread because I want to spread the elements one by one. Simply that's all. Then we can use this. See, Krishna is working, stay in California. This is the pin code. And this is how the polyfill works. Like if any browser doesn't support any method, then you have to use the polyfill for that. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe the channel and we'll meet you in the next session.